straddled two generations directing them, Generation 1 and Generation 2. So you augmented a lot of the efforts of the founding group. Comrades, we come to speak this afternoon because of the unfortunate happenings that went on the other side of the city, Kampala West, which is now Lubega Division, where we were supposed to have the grand big tent event under the auspices of the Union of the UID alumni. The press was invited to cover and also to participate as a fourth estate. The public was invited. The different generations of the alumni who are now under the wider union of the UID alumni were not just invited, but they invited many other political forces in the country to which our different members, straddling the different generations, belong. You will be informed that while predominantly the UIDs occupy probably 99% of the current Democratic Party, they also occupy about 95% of the current NUP and over 80% of the other political parties, either as leaders or as members or middle cadres, including having senior members in the NRM itself. And the background documents have already informed the country about this. We also do have members in the civil service, in the repressive apparatus of this country, including the army. We have members who are at the level of brigadier. In the police, we even have police generals. Some who have already said bye because they departed, like the late Kawesa. But we know that they are still praying and overseeing and interceding for us wherever they are. There are also UIDs in the diaspora, as you know. Some in privileged positions in the civil services of our community of nations. So UID spread all over, and we decided on a deliberate course that will take us through the last bend of the struggle, that now what we need is quality leadership as a turbine to deliver the struggle, to deliver change, to deliver transition. So, as we coalesce quality leadership, leadership that respects standards, merit, sanity, accountability, leadership that does not take the people for a ride, etatimba bula. Leadership that has integrity, a yensa. As we coalesce this and moving away from what the phenomena we have that has been brought about by the mafia politics that we are experiencing today, which we call leadership eyechivubi, Takataka leadership. Leadership is everyone. As we maneuver through this, we deliberately set ourselves on a journey from now onwards that we are going to speak to the citizens of Uganda. We are going to speak to the citizens in the diaspora, Ugandan citizens in the diaspora. We are also going to speak to the citizens of the world, so that at any moment, as we want to deliver the transition that Uganda must go through, we have quality leadership. We have safe hands of leaders from different political lineages, but taking over this country. Ladies and gentlemen, we set ourselves to have the initial three functions. We also knew the occupational hazards of the current regime and the law. We did engage government officials like ministers in charge. We also did engage police, because that's what POMA advises, and the Electoral Commission. We were told that now we can work with the police to ensure that these activities do take place. We wrote letters which we have seen before to the police, informing them that on the 7th of November, we were going to have an occasion, a function, a grand clarion call at Hotel Africana. That on the 7th, which changed to 13th, we were going to have a grand big tent event like the ones that we used to have in the reunion, the first one since we last stopped that reunion caravan. That on the 22nd of February, we were going to have another function in Masaka. That thereafter, we shall have functions in Bunyoro, Arua, and around the country. And because we wanted to engage the citizens, we wanted to act civil. While in the Constitution, under the Constitution of Uganda, and under POMA, some of the things we do are not provided for. We also agreed, well, we have the regime, it is the sitting regime. If it has its directives, we shall work to achieve the within the framework of the directives, but ensure that we engage the citizens. That is exactly what we did. And we had meetings after meetings with the authorities. The last meetings we had were at Naguru headquarters. After again having had one with them, two with them, and then with the Metropolitan Police, what they called the undertaking. They said, we want you to do this, if you don't have this, we shall not allow, until when we fulfill. And we had a long list of things that we fulfilled. Then when we fulfilled them, we had one of Africana. It went on as you all reported. It was peaceful, no hula balu, not in the roads, not in the expanses, but indoor. We also knew, and like the authorities of police, and we want to commend them, those at Naguru, they said, this one has gone on well, you have no record of not respecting our directives, go on with the pop-pop. We engaged. Yesterday, somebody came to Popo and told management that, you know, there is a minister who is not happy with what is going on. And it was reported to us. And we said, this cannot happen. When we went to engage with the management there, they requested police to again ascertain that this function was going to go on. Good enough, Comrade Kabuleta. Among the other comrades from all other political parties, like the ones you have seen at Popopo, at least today you have seen a number of them who are not here with us. When they came, we engaged, and the management was told by police headquarters their function must go on. Management was also informed by the Metropolitan Police boss, the function of the UID has to go on because we slashed out everything. By 4, somebody came and the Metropolitan said their function has got to go on because we were there working to ensure that everything is okay. Unfortunately, at 5 minutes to 9, another group of people, plain clothed, today came in while people had already started coming. Some of you members of the press were there taking the photos, and they said, you close the gates. Management at Popopo was shocked after going through all that, and throughout the night we were shocked, and we decided to engage those plainclothes people. As we were there, patrols came in and they said they had different orders to the other effect. Unfortunately, when we tried to talk to them, they were not. They said they didn't want to talk to us. So we had to go back to Naguru. Offices had not even yet opened properly. But we had to send our delegation, which is still engaged in Naguru. That is the delegation led by Honorable Lulu Mebaiga and Honorable Michael Mabike, and the team that has been working and sitting in those particular meetings. Unfortunately, this engagement has gone on for a long time, and they are saying they have made a lot of progress, and they are saying sorry for what happened. But unfortunately for us, we have been affected. You also wonder whether these dark forces, which seemingly they are dark forces within this regime, within this administration, that do not want sane leadership to take over political affairs. They are dark forces that do not want this country to get what we call quality leadership. In the opposition, they want quack leaders. In the government, they want bavubi leadership. Wherever you think, they want people who go and probably become destitute in their own country. This is not what we are going to allow. We shall do anything possible to ensure that this country, and anything civil, to ensure that this country moves forward with quality leadership. That is my fight. That is the fight with other partners that we are working with. By the way, when you see Comrade Kabuleta here, some of you, if you remember the microscope, he was one of the, and microscope was UID, he was one of the engines. He started there, humbly, and now he's a presidential candidate. So, at this level, as we address you as their excellencies, we know the presidential affairs, we want you to take this very serious. We, in the opposition, and our colleagues and partners within government and outside this country, we shall work tirelessly to ensure that civility, quality leadership, and sanity takes over from the dark forces that want to take this country to the drains. I welcome Comrade Kabuleta of course, one thing I want to add is that the minister we are talking about, I didn't want to give you the name, but I heard somebody who was saying, why don't you tell them the name? And this is the minister called Norbert Mao. The union of the UID is not DP. It predominantly has members from the Democratic Party. But it also has members from other political entities. Norbert Mao, now the headmaster of that particular college or institution, does not have any powers to stop the alumni of that particular institution to chart a way forward. I think he's getting out of his mind. He himself was invited in the first one. He would have come and put his case on the table. He's an alumni, that we can't deny. But he is not the president of the union of the UID alumni. What he wanted today, having failed last time, is to try and create confrontation between us and the police. Unfortunately, we are not going to play ball that direction. He wanted us to do that so that we have that bad record, and then other activities which are bound to come do collapse because of that behavior. No, but Mao, I want to send you this message. We can talk about everything else apart from your relationship with the regime. We can talk about the transition that we want. We can talk about everything, any business in politics you think. But we are not going to run and go your direction of wanting us to get into confrontation with everyone else so that you collapse the great cause for coalescing quality leadership and pit the real opposition against the fake opposition. You see, this is the scenario that they want to build. That you see, those other people, we don't want them, they should be stopped, so that the fake opposition takes center stage. And this we know. And we are going to work tirelessly to ensure that fake opposition does not dominate the space that we have in politics. And Comrade Kabuleta will supplement on this for and on behalf of our comrades in JEMA, our comrades in FDC, our comrades who had already gone to Popopo but have not been able to follow us to here. Qualitative leadership, the drains of quack leadership, of bavubi, and all sorts of words that are being used to define leadership today. And from the discussions I hear at police headquarters, be rest assured, Masaka is going to be there on the scheduled date, and we are going to reorganize this one because the people want that discussion. And soon after there, we shall be informing you how we go to Bunyoro, how we go to Arua, how we go to the other parts and regions of this country. Thank you.